Hello, friends. This is Mac Payne here, founder, owner, and operator of the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast, where we bring you news about the Vietnam War and the brave veterans who served there, as told to you by yours truly, a Vietnam veteran. In this short video, I come to you with a message about the latest episode I just published onto my podcast, the Vietnam Veteran News. But first, let me make a little medical announcement. My dermatologist, Dr. Rogers, from up in Sebring, Florida, tells me that within a few days, I'll be able to remove this bandage from my face. And you don't need to worry. It was not for medical reasons that I had this work done. I call it more of a vanity reason. And hopefully, in a few days, when I remove this mini bandage, I can tell if my dermatologist knew what he was talking about. Hopefully it'll be better, but I'll be glad to get rid of it. It sort of itches up there, especially when you look down. Anyway, enough of that trivia stuff. I need to get to the important reason for this video. I just published the latest to the episode, number 3245. I'm excited about it because it talks about another event where the Vietnam Veterans Day was celebrated. This one is rather special to me because it talks about what they did to honor their Vietnam veterans out in the Navajo Nation, out there in both New Mexico and Arizona. In this podcast episode, I share with you a story that appeared in the Navajo Nation Observer. It talked about where they were honoring their Navajo Vietnam veterans. It was a wonderful thing, and I appreciate it greatly because no matter where you came from, your background, your skin color, your name, or where you were from, we're all Americans. And we were called upon to go over and fight in Vietnam to stop the spread of communism. And it didn't matter where you were from. We answered that call. I really enjoy sharing on the podcast what the people in the different parts of the country are doing to remember their Vietnam veterans. This one is special to me because I did not know that much about the Navajo Nation and how many of their people were serving in the Vietnam War. I highly appreciate you listen to this podcast episode, number 4245, and find out more about what the great Navajo people did to support the Vietnam War. I have made it easy for you to go to that podcast episode. The easiest way is just to go down below this 1965 vintage Philco TV set, and there you should find a link that'll take you straight to the podcast and the episode. Just click on that link and bang, you'll be there and you can listen to it. Find out what the Navajo people did to honor their Vietnam veterans. If for some reason you cannot access that handy little link down below this TV set, no worries. All you've got to do is go to this. Now, listen carefully. Go to VietnamVeteranNews.com. That'll take you straight to the podcast website. And when you get there, you can go directly to episode 3245. And if you like the modern ways, you might like to go to the QR code, short for quick read code. Here is the code. Just point your camera on your phone toward the code, and immediately the link will show up. Touch it, and you can be listening right away. So there's 3 easy ways you can get to it. So please do yourself a favor. If you care anything at all about our Vietnam veterans, listen to that episode about the Vietnam veterans from the Navajo Nation. I think you would appreciate it. They've got some good stuff in there that you'd like to hear, I'm sure. So with that, I leave it with you. You now have your marching orders. Go listen to the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast, episode number 3245, and discover how the Navajo Indians honored their Vietnam veterans. I think you'll be glad you did. And again, I would be real glad if you liked this video. I would also be very glad if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's quite easy. All you have to do is press one button, and it's totally free. So with that in mind, let's get to it. Thank you for listening to this short video. We will talk soon.